Namaskar and welcome. The nationwide COVID 19 vaccination starts in India on Saturday, 16 January. Preparations are in full swing and vaccines have been dispatched from storage sites to states and union territories. All India Radio is contributing its bit to the cause with raising public awareness about various aspects of COVID 19 vaccination. Today, we have with us Professor Dr. Sanjay Pandey from GB Pant Hospital, New Delhi, to answer the queries related to the vaccine and the entire process of vaccination. Welcome, Dr. Pandey.
Thank you.
Dr. Pandey, the first question: how many doses of the vaccine would have to be taken and at what interval?
So total 2 doses of vaccine will be required and they will be taken 28 days apart and they will be taken by the individual to complete it and then the vaccination schedule will be complete.
When would the antibodies develop after taking the dose?
Usually the antibody develops after 2 weeks, but the usual antibody to protect the disease develops only after completing the second dose of COVID-19 vaccine.
Another question which is normally asked in the public domain is that what are the documents which are required for the registration of eligible beneficiaries?
So they are the normal documents like they are required for other purposes, photo ID card like driving license, voter ID card, PAN card, passport, any job card from the government, any pension document or any insurance smart card, or in the rural area people may use Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Card or any official identity card issued to MPs, MLAs, MLCs, or even the passbook issued by bank or post office or service ID card for the central government and public limited companies employees will be sufficient.
It is required for a person to get registered for it on the CoWIN app. But can a person get the COVID-19 vaccine without registration?
No, registration is mandatory for this vaccination. And once the registration is complete, then only the information for vaccination schedule and time will be shared with the person.
Now, if a person is not able to produce photo ID at the session site, will he or she be vaccinated?
Photo ID is must for both the sessions. And so it's very important that you ensure that whenever you register yourself, your photo ID is available.
And how will the beneficiary receive information about the date of vaccination?
Following online registration, the beneficiary will receive SMS on their mobile number mentioning the date, the place and time of vaccination.
Will the beneficiary receive information on their vaccination status after the completion of the 2 doses?
Yes. So after getting the due dosage of the vaccine, the beneficiary will receive SMS on their mobile phone. And after all dosage of vaccine are administered, a QR code based certificate will also be sent on their number.
The another question where public has a lot of interest is that where can a person get vaccinated?
So there will be different centers and that centers may be identified by your local representative, and once your vaccination registration is done, you will also be informed through SMS by where you will be vaccinated.
What arrangements have been made for the transport, storage and administration of the vaccine?
Adequate arrangement has been made by the government agencies and many dry runs have been conducted and any deficiencies found during the dry run have been rectified.
Now, if one is taking medicines for illnesses like, say, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, etc., can he or she take the COVID-19 vaccine?
Yes, they can get, and Government of India has identified a high-risk category, and these patients will be having a preference over other people to get COVID-19 vaccination.
It is said that in the first phase, the healthcare providers or the frontline workers will be vaccinated. But will their families also be given the vaccine?
Currently, the vaccine supply is very limited in the initial phase. So in the beginning only, the healthcare volunteers will be vaccinated and the turn of their family member will be later in the part of vaccination schedule.
So another question is, which is quite significant, that will COVID-19 vaccine will be given to everyone simultaneously?
So it will be based on the local availability of the vaccine and the vaccinations to the priority groups. So the Government of India has identified certain priority groups. So the first group is healthcare and frontline workers. The second group will be the persons over 50 years of age. And the third will be persons under 50 years of age with comorbid conditions. And once this schedule is complete, then the remaining schedule will be chalked out by the government agencies.
What about the safety and efficacy of the vaccine?
The efficacy and safety has been proven by the government agencies, and all stakeholders like ICMR, DCGI, they have taken all the precautions to prove the safety of the vaccine, and people should have full trust in these agencies.
Can a person who is currently having COVID-19, whether it is a confirmed case or a suspected case, he or she can be vaccinated?
So the reason is that if a confirmed case comes for the vaccination, he will be a risk for the other individuals. So any confirmed case will not be vaccinated, and any vaccination will be done only after 14 days after the symptoms resolution.
Is it necessary for a COVID recovered person to take the vaccine?
Yes, it is advisable because you have seen that many of the people antibodies develop, but the amount of antibody may not be sufficient enough to have a long-term protection. So it will be better to have a vaccination to develop a strong immune response against the disease.
And some of the issues which have been raised that there are so many multiple vaccines are available, then how is one or the other vaccine has been chosen for administration?
So the government agencies had identified the potential vaccines based on their safety and efficacy data, and it must be ensured that the entire schedule of the vaccination is completed by only one type of vaccine, as different COVID-19 vaccines are not interchangeable.
Does India have the capacity to store the COVID vaccine at temperature of 2 to 8 degrees Celsius and transport them at required temperature?
India runs one of the largest immunization programs in the world, and these programs have been well strengthened and they have been geared up to effectively cater to the country's large population. So India is fully prepared for this COVID-19 vaccination, and adequate temperature and other transport measures have been taken.
The another issue is that whether the vaccine being introduced in India, it will be as effective as the ones which have been introduced in other countries?
Yes, the COVID-19 vaccine introduced in India will be as effective as any vaccine developed by other countries, and various phases of vaccine trials are undertaken to ensure its safety and efficacy.
How can a person know if he or she is eligible for COVID-19 vaccination?
In the initial phase, COVID-19 vaccine will be provided to the priority group like healthcare and frontline workers, and the 50 plus age group may also begin early based on the availability of the vaccines. And the eligible beneficiaries will be informed through their registered mobile numbers regarding the health facility where the vaccination will be provided, and the time schedule will also be disclosed. And this will be done to avoid any inconvenience in registration to the common people and proper vaccination of the beneficiaries.
Another question, will a photo ID be required at the time of registration?
Yes, the photo ID produced at the time of registration must be provided and verified at the time of vaccination.
Another important issue is regarding the preventions and the precautions. Are there any preventive measures and precautions that one needs to follow at the vaccination site?
Yes, you must rest at the vaccine center for at least half an hour just to avoid any allergic reactions or any appropriate discomfort or uneasiness. And you should also maintain appropriate behaviors like wearing a mask and maintaining hand hygiene and sanitization. And you should also maintain the physical distancing that you have been maintaining for so many months.
Okay, and another concern which has been raised in some quarters has been about what could be the possible side effects from COVID-19 vaccine and how should one be aware about this?
And as is true for other vaccines, the common side effects may include mild fever, pain at the site of injection, and states have been asked to start making arrangements to deal with any COVID-19 vaccine-related side effects.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Pandey, for sharing your valuable insights about the COVID-19 vaccine and the vaccination process, which will be very much helpful for the people to create the issues related to the vaccine.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr.